Scorpios, let's delve deeper into the astrological picture unfolding for you in the financial realm starting June 17, 2025. Your ruling planet, the powerful Pluto, plays a key role here. Its influence on your ability to earn and manage money will be truly transformational. Pluto is the planet of profound change, destroying the old and creating the new. From June 17, 2025, its energy will be directed towards you reevaluating your relationship with money at the most fundamental level. This is a time when you need to get rid of outdated beliefs, fears, and complexes that block your cash flow. You may have to face crisis situations that will force you to face the truth and make difficult decisions. Don't be afraid of this. Pluto always gives a chance for rebirth and prosperity. Your task is to prepare to use this powerful energy. Start by analyzing your current financial strategies. Which ones are working, and which are not? What are your strengths and weaknesses in managing finances? Develop your intuition. Pluto enhances your ability to see hidden opportunities and risks. Trust your inner voice, especially when it comes to investments and major financial decisions. Remember that transformation is a process. Don't expect instant results. Be patient and persistent, and you will definitely succeed. But how exactly to use Pluto's energy for specific steps in the financial sector? We will talk about this later. So, Scorpios, let's delve into the practical steps that will help you harness the powerful energy of Pluto and direct it towards improving your financial well-being. This is not about superficial changes, but about a deep transformation that affects the very essence of your relationship with money. The first step is to consciously identify and eradicate destructive financial habits. Perhaps you are prone to impulsive spending, or, conversely, excessively stingy, missing out on profitable opportunities due to fear of risk. Pluto demands an honest look at yourself and a willingness to change. Ask yourself, what beliefs about money are holding you back? Where did they come from? And do they really correspond to your current reality? Next, restructure your assets. Pluto loves deep analysis and revision. Perhaps it is time to get rid of unprofitable investments, revise the structure of loans, or find new sources of income that correspond to your true passion and talents. Don't be afraid to take risks, but do it consciously, relying on careful analysis and intuition. Develop your financial intuition. Pluto is the planet of the subconscious, which means it opens access to powerful internal resources. Listen to your feelings, trust your hunches, especially when it comes to financial decisions. Keep a diary, write down your thoughts and feelings, analyze your dreams, all this will help you better understand the language of your intuition. And finally, be prepared for crises. Pluto often manifests through sudden changes and unexpected situations. However, remember that a crisis is always an opportunity for growth and transformation. Create a financial safety net, develop a plan of action for unforeseen circumstances, and remain calm and confident in your abilities. Pluto gives you the power to rise from the ashes, become stronger and wiser. Pluto's power over your financial sphere is only part of the picture. There is another, no less important factor that can significantly affect your cash flow. Scorpios, in the money horoscope for the period from June 17, 2025, another important factor appears. Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, moves into the sign of Cancer. This celestial event opens up new horizons for you in the financial sphere, especially closely related to your roots and family. The influence of Jupiter in Cancer focuses your attention on investments in real estate, family business, and projects related to the home. Now is the time to listen to your intuition, because it can tell you the most profitable directions. Do not neglect the advice of loved ones, perhaps they have valuable information or experience that will help you avoid mistakes. In addition, Jupiter in Cancer strengthens your emotional connection with money. Try to direct this energy in a constructive direction, using it to create financial stability and well-being for yourself and your family. Perhaps you should think about creating a family foundation or developing a joint investment plan. However, do not forget about the need for a reasonable approach and careful analysis. Emotions, although an important factor, should not overshadow common sense and rationality. And here the question arises, how exactly to use this favorable energy of Jupiter for specific steps in the financial sector? So, how can a Scorpio make the most effective use of the beneficial influence of Jupiter in Cancer, starting in the summer of 2025? Here, intuition becomes the key. Your natural insight, enhanced by the transit of Jupiter, can become a powerful tool in financial matters. Do not ignore the inner voice, especially when it comes to investments. Perhaps it is worth looking at assets related to real estate or land. Jupiter in Cancer favors such investments. In addition, this is a great time to develop a family business. A common goal, unity, and support from loved ones can become the key to success. Consider opportunities for joint projects, where your talents and the experience of family members can complement each other. It is important to remember that the emotional connection that you build with money should be aimed at creating a solid foundation for the future of your family. This is not a time for risky ventures, but a period for strengthening the financial stability and well-being of loved ones. The influence of Jupiter is certainly significant, but there are other planetary aspects that shape the overall picture of financial success. How, for example, should we take into account the unpredictable factor? Now let's turn our gaze to Uranus, the planet of surprises and innovations. Its influence on your money horoscope, starting from June 17, 2025, will become a catalyst for unpredictable, but potentially profitable opportunities. Scorpios, known for their insight, are extremely important to be prepared for sudden changes in the financial sector. Uranus calls you to go beyond the usual, abandon conservative methods and look at the world of finance from a different angle. Perhaps this is the time for bold investments in new technologies, startups, or projects that you have not even thought about before. The key to success is in adaptation and willingness to risk, but a well-considered risk. Remember the transformational power of Pluto, your patron, and the family financial horizons that Jupiter opens. All this, multiplied by Uranian energy, creates a unique cocktail of opportunities. But how exactly to use this energy of Uranus to increase income? And what specific steps to take to minimize possible risks? We will talk about this a little later. Scorpios, in your money horoscope for the period from June 17, 2025, a time of non-standard solutions and bold experiments is coming. The energy of Uranus, the planet of innovation and unexpected turns, literally permeates your financial sphere. This means that it is time to abandon conservative approaches and look at earning opportunities from a completely new angle. Forget about the usual schemes. Uranus favors those Scorpios who are ready to introduce advanced technologies into their activities, whether it is creating their own startup, mastering new online platforms, or investing in promising IT projects. Do not be afraid to take risks, but remember about a reasonable assessment of potential profits and possible losses. Carefully analyze each step before investing your funds. Uranus is also the planet of freedom and independence. Think about how you can use these qualities to increase your income. Perhaps you should consider freelancing, remote work, or creating your own business that will allow you to manage your time and resources independently. Use modern tools to automate routine tasks, optimize your business processes, and do not hesitate to delegate responsibilities. This will allow you to free up time to search for new opportunities and develop promising areas. Remember that Uranus is the planet of surprises. Be prepared for the fact that the market situation can change very quickly, and you will have to quickly adapt to new conditions. Flexibility and the ability to make quick decisions will become your main allies during this period. It is extremely important to learn to distinguish a reasonable risk from a reckless adventure. Conduct a thorough market analysis, study expert reviews, and do not succumb to tempting but unrealistic offers. Trust your intuition, but do not forget about rational thinking. The influence of Uranus is only one facet of the financial success that awaits you. There are other, no less important factors that can significantly affect your well-being. Now let's turn our gaze to Venus, settled in the sign of Taurus. Its influence on your financial sector, dear Scorpios, takes on special significance. Taurus, an earth sign, is associated with material values, comfort, and aesthetics. Venus, as its ruler, brings into your life a need for beauty, harmony, and sensual pleasures. During this period, starting from June 17, 2025, an opportunity opens up for you to attract wealth through the sphere of art, fashion, design, and everything related to the creation of beauty. Perhaps it is worth paying attention to investments in antiques, jewelry, or other luxury items that not only please the eye, but can also bring tangible profits over time. Think about how you can use your creative abilities or talents to create unique products or services. Your projects related to beauty and aesthetics can become a source of stable income. It is possible that now is the time to monetize your hobby related to needlework, interior design, or landscape art. Venus in Taurus also emphasizes the importance of material comfort and stability. Pay attention to creating a cozy atmosphere in your home or office. This can positively affect your performance and attract new clients or partners. But how exactly to embody this energy into concrete actions in order to maximize your financial success? We will talk about this a little later. So, Venus in Taurus, taking its position from June 17, 2025, gives Scorpios a completely special channel for attracting financial energy. Forget about the usual strategies, here the emphasis shifts to aesthetics, harmony, and, oddly enough, sensual pleasures. Venus in Taurus literally whispers to you, wealth comes through beauty. This means that investments in art, luxury items, and everything that pleases the eye become not just a pleasant pastime, but a quite reasonable financial decision. Think about antiques, exquisite jewelry, perhaps even about acquiring exclusive interior items. This is not just spending money, it is investing in assets that can bring significant profits over time. But that's not all. Venus in Taurus also favors the development of projects related to beauty and harmony. If you have a talent for design, fashion, creating jewelry, or something similar, now is the time to monetize your hobby. Needlework, authors' decorative items, even style consultations, all this can become a source of stable income. Do not forget about material comfort. Venus in Taurus values stability and practicality. Pay attention to creating a cozy and comfortable environment at home. This will not only improve your well-being, but also attract positive energy, contributing to financial well-being. Remember that during this period, money loves silence and stability. However, as you know, not only the beautiful affects our financial decisions. There is another, no less important factor that determines the dynamics of cash flow. Scorpios, let's talk about Mars in Aries and its influence on your cash flow, starting from June 17, 2025. Mars, the planet of action and initiative, in the fiery sign of Aries, is a powerful impulse to financial achievements. This combination literally charges you with energy to achieve goals, especially in the financial sphere. Forget about a wait-and-see position. Now is the time to act boldly and decisively. The influence of Mars in Aries on your financial horoscope manifests primarily through the strengthening of the entrepreneurial spirit. If you have long cherished the idea of your own business, now is the ideal moment for its implementation. Do not be afraid to take risks and show initiative. The energy of Aries pushes for quick and decisive actions, and this is exactly what you need for a successful start. Use this energy to actively promote your ideas and projects. Do not hesitate to declare yourself, participate in business meetings, presentations, conferences. Your confidence and perseverance will be noticed and appreciated. But be careful, the energy of Mars in Aries can be impulsive and ill-considered. It is important to direct it in a constructive direction and avoid spontaneous, ill-considered decisions. Carefully analyze all the risks and opportunities before making a final decision. Remember that success in this period depends on your ability to use the energy of action and entrepreneurship. Do not be afraid to take responsibility, show initiative, and be prepared for active actions. But how exactly to embody this energy into concrete steps that bring real income? We will talk about this separately. So, Scorpios, we have come to the moment when the fiery energy of Mars in Aries literally demands action from you. This period, starting from June 17, 2025, becomes a catalyst for financial breakthroughs, if you are ready to show initiative and leadership qualities. Forget about the wait-and-see position, now is the time to take the bull by the horns. Think about launching your own startup. If you have long had a business idea, now is the time to implement it. Mars in Aries gives an incredible charge of energy and self-confidence, necessary to overcome initial difficulties. Do not be afraid to take risks, but remember the need for careful analysis and planning. Do not let impulsivity take over. Active actions in an existing business will also bring tangible results. This may be expansion, entering new markets, or introducing innovative technologies. The main thing is not to stand still and constantly look for opportunities for growth. Your natural insight and strategic thinking will help you see prospects that will remain unnoticed by others. The manifestation of leadership qualities will become a key factor in success. Take responsibility, inspire your team, and do not be afraid to make difficult decisions. The ability to lead people and achieve goals is what will distinguish you from competitors and allow you to achieve significant financial heights. Remember the transformational power of Pluto, the importance of family investments, the boldness in relation to new technologies, and the opportunities associated with art and design. All these aspects, considered earlier, should be taken into account when developing your financial strategy for this period. But how to balance this seething energy of Mars with the need for long-term financial planning and discipline? After all, as you know, stable well-being cannot be achieved by impulsive decisions alone. And now let's talk about Saturn, which from June 17, 2025, will be in Pisces and exert its influence on your financial sector, dear Scorpios. This planet, known for its strictness and discipline, will require a mature and responsible approach to money from you. Forget about spontaneous spending and ill-considered risks. Now is the time for clear planning, structuring the budget, and long-term strategies. Saturn in Pisces emphasizes the need to abandon illusions in financial matters. Conduct a thorough audit of your assets and liabilities, identify weaknesses, and develop a plan to strengthen them. Focus on creating a solid foundation for your financial future. Do not succumb to the temptations of quick and easy money, now this is especially dangerous. This period is favorable for mastering new financial instruments and strategies, but only if you have a deep understanding of their principles of operation. Study, analyze, consult with experts before making any decisions. Discipline and consistency will become your best allies on the path to financial stability. Remember that Saturn not only restricts, but also structures, directs energy in the right direction. Use this period to put things in order in your financial affairs, and you will see how your well-being gradually begins to grow. But how can you best transform this energy into concrete actions? So, Saturn in Pisces. This planet, personifying structure and responsibility, will require a completely different approach to financial matters from you, Scorpios. Forget about impulsive spending and risky adventures. The time has come for maturity, planning, and long-term strategies. The first thing you need to do is conduct a thorough audit of your assets. Abandon illusions regarding the profitability of certain investments. Honestly assess what works and what pulls you down. Saturn does not tolerate frivolity, so be prepared to get rid of unprofitable projects or revise the terms of contracts. Budgeting will become your faithful ally. Develop a clear financial plan, taking into account all your income and expenses. Set priorities and strictly follow the intended course. Saturn rewards discipline and consistency, so the stricter you are to yourself, the more stable your financial situation will be. Do not be afraid to master new financial instruments. Saturn in Pisces favors the study of complex but promising areas, such as long-term investments, pension funds, or insurance. Remember that your goal is not quick enrichment, but the creation of a reliable financial base for the future. Show financial responsibility not only towards yourself, but also to your loved ones. Saturn focuses on family obligations, so do not refuse to help those who need it. Remember that your investments in the future of your family are the most valuable investments. And remember, Saturn is not only restrictions, but also opportunities. It helps us become stronger, wiser, and more responsible. Use this energy to create a solid foundation for your financial well-being. But what about information, communication, and new opportunities to increase income, because there is another celestial aspect that cannot be overlooked. Now let's take a closer look at the influence of Mercury, located in the sign of Gemini, on your cash flow, dear Scorpios, starting from June 17, 2025. This position of the planet messenger opens up unique opportunities for you to multiply capital, relying on communication, information, and the ability to see prospects where others do not notice them. Remember how earlier we talked about the need to transform your attitude to money under the influence of Pluto and about the importance of investments prompted by intuition, thanks to Jupiter. So, Mercury in Gemini will become a catalyst for the implementation of these ideas. Use your persuasion skills, establish new contacts, actively exchange information. This is your key to financial success during this period. Remember also Uranus's call for bold investments and the need to adapt to new technologies. Mercury in Gemini will help you quickly master new tools and platforms necessary for profitable investments. He will push you to search for non-standard solutions and use information to stay ahead of competitors. Venus in Taurus, as we have already noted, opens up opportunities to attract wealth through art and luxury items. Mercury in Gemini will help you effectively promote your goods or services in this area, find new clients and partners. However, in order to successfully use the energy of Mercury, it is necessary to remember the wise advice of Saturn, to approach financial issues maturely and responsibly. Information is power, but only in skillful hands. But how exactly can Scorpios best apply this knowledge in practice? Are there specific strategies that will allow you to maximize the energy of Mercury in Gemini to increase income? And now let's delve into the influence of Mercury in Gemini on your cash flow, dear Scorpios. From June 17, 2025, this planetary configuration literally turns on the green light for those of you who are ready to use the power of communication and information for financial purposes. Think about the opportunities that open up in the field of network marketing. Your natural charisma and ability to persuade, multiplied by the energy of Mercury, are capable of creating a powerful synergistic effect. Do not underestimate the potential of personal connections and the ability to build long-term relationships with partners and clients. This is a time when the word can really turn into gold. Training and professional development also become key factors in success. Invest in yourself, master new skills, especially in the field of information technology. Courses in internet marketing, SMM, data analysis, all this will become your powerful weapon in the fight for financial well-being. Do not be afraid to experiment with new platforms and tools. The use of information technology is not just a trend, it is a necessity. Automate processes, optimize workflows, implement modern CRM systems. Time is money, and Mercury in Gemini teaches us to effectively manage both of these resources. Remember that success comes to those who know how to quickly adapt to changes and use information in their interests. Be curious, open to new knowledge, and do not be afraid to ask questions. However, not only intelligence and communication shape the financial landscape of this period. There is another, no less important aspect that requires close attention. From June 17, 2025, when the Sun enters the sign of Cancer, a new stage in the field of finance will open for Scorpios. This transit focuses on your emotional connection with money. Cancer, being a water sign, enhances sensitivity and intuition, which will allow you to feel financial flows more subtly. Caring for financial well-being will become a priority, and you will begin to strive to create a comfortable and safe financial environment for yourself and your loved ones. During this period, it is especially important to listen to your inner feelings when making financial decisions. You should not neglect intuition, because it can suggest the most profitable and promising areas for investment. Emotional involvement in projects, whether it is a family business or investments in real estate, will bring not only material benefits, but also a sense of satisfaction. However, it is important to remember the balance between emotional and rational approaches. Excessive emotionality can lead to ill-considered decisions, so try to remain objective and analyze information before making a final decision. Creating coziness and comfort in the house is certainly important, but do not forget about long-term financial goals. How else can this energy be used for good? So, we see how from June 17, 2025, the energies of the planets form a unique monetary landscape for Scorpios. We have already considered the influence of such powerful forces as Pluto, transforming your financial relationships, Jupiter, opening doors to the world of real estate and family business, as well as Uranus, beckoning to innovation and new technologies. We did not leave without attention Venus, promising opportunities through art and luxury, Mars, giving impetus to action, Saturn, calling for maturity and planning, and Mercury, revealing the potential of communication and information. Now let's dwell in more detail on the influence of the Sun in Cancer on your financial success. This transit, of course, emphasizes the emotional connection with money, which we have already mentioned. But this is not just a statement of fact, it is a guide to action. How exactly can Scorpios use this energy in their own interests? Firstly, this is a great time for charity and helping others. The Sun in Cancer awakens in you empathy and a desire to care for those in need. By sharing your wealth, you not only help others, but also create positive karma, which, as you know, returns 100-fold. This is not just an act of altruism, it is an investment in your future well-being. Secondly, the Sun in Cancer favors investments in comfort and coziness. Think about how you can improve your home, create an atmosphere of harmony and safety. This could be buying new furniture, renovating, landscaping the garden, or simply acquiring art that pleases the eye and inspires new achievements. By investing in your comfort, you invest in your productivity and emotional state, which, in turn, has a positive impact on your financial success. Remember that your inner state directly affects external results. The influence of the Sun in Cancer is just one aspect that shapes your money horoscope. There is another, no less important force that can either help or hinder you on the path to financial prosperity. We are talking about the influence of a dark figure, whose aspects require special attention and consideration. Now, let's take a closer look at the role of Lilith in Virgo in your money horoscope, dear Scorpios. This position presents you with an interesting challenge, to rein in the inner critic, especially when it comes to finances. Lilith, like a dark moon, highlights our shadows, and in Virgo, it can manifest as painful perfectionism, excessive analysis, and a tendency to self-flagellation for the slightest mistakes. Lilith's influence in this sign makes you delve into details, look for flaws in your financial strategies, and be afraid to take risks for fear of making a miscalculation. You may spend too much time studying charts and reports, paralyzing yourself with an abundance of information and missing out on lucrative opportunities. Remember that there is no ideal, and striving for it can lead to missed profits and a constant feeling of dissatisfaction. A critical view of yourself and others, characteristic of Virgo, combined with the influence of Lilith, can manifest in devaluing your talents and abilities. You may feel that you are not good enough to earn more, that your ideas are not worthy of attention. This leads to low self-esteem and reluctance to promote your projects. To successfully navigate this period, Scorpios need to learn to accept imperfection, both in themselves and in the world around them. Let go of the need for total control over every financial transaction. Trust your intuition and don't be afraid to delegate tasks. Remember that mistakes are a valuable experience that helps you grow and develop. But how can you practically apply this knowledge and transform Lilith's negative influence into a positive one? We'll talk about that next. But what should Scorpios do to truly harness monetary energy during this period, given such a contradictory influence of Lilith in Virgo? From June 17, 2025, you, dear Scorpios, will have serious work to do on yourselves. The key to financial success lies in getting rid of the paralyzing fear of making a mistake. Perfectionism, fueled by Lilith, can make you endlessly analyze, doubt, and ultimately miss out on profitable opportunities. Accept the fact that there are no perfect solutions. Every investment step, every business decision is a risk, but it is in risk that the potential for growth lies. Start small, delegate some of the routine tasks that take up your time and energy, allowing yourself to focus on strategically important issues. Allow yourself to be imperfect, admit your mistakes and learn from them. This is an invaluable experience that will lead you to financial stability. Give up excessive control. Attempts to foresee absolutely all scenarios will only lead to exhaustion and missed opportunities. Trust your intuition, develop it, and it will become your reliable guide in the world of finance. Remember that Pluto, your ruler, gives you the ability to see hidden opportunities and transform obstacles into advantages. Use this power to overcome your fears and doubts. Instead of wasting energy on self-flagellation, direct it towards finding new knowledge and skills. Invest in your education, attend seminars and trainings, and communicate with successful financiers. This will help you broaden your horizons and see new perspectives for increasing income. This period is a time of liberation from limiting beliefs and fears. By accepting your imperfection and abandoning excessive control, you will open the door to financial prosperity. But this is only one side of the coin. There is another important factor that can significantly affect your financial success during this period. Now, let's pay attention to the truly beneficial influence of Selena, the white moon, in the sign of Libra. For Scorpios striving for financial success from June 17, 2025, this transit will be a real gift from heaven. Selena in Libra, located in your sector of finances, will bring harmony, justice and, importantly, profitable partnerships into your life. Imagine your financial affairs, previously confusing and complex, beginning to gain clarity and balance. Selena, like a wise arbiter, will help you find compromises in contentious situations, make fair deals, and avoid deception. This is a great time to build relationships with business partners, investors, and clients. Joint projects based on mutual respect and trust will bring you tangible profits. In addition, Selena in Libra will enhance your ability to objectively assess financial risks and opportunities. You will be able to make informed decisions based on logic and common sense, rather than emotions or intuition. However, to fully take advantage of this favorable energy, you need to make efforts and take initiative. But how can you practically use this powerful energy of Selena to achieve your financial goals? There are specific steps that will help you maximize your potential. Now let's talk about the influence of Selena in Libra on your financial success, dear Scorpios, starting from June 17, 2025. Selena, the white moon, in this zodiac sign brings the energy of harmony, justice and, especially important for you, profitable partnerships. This is a time when cooperation can become the key to a significant increase in your capital. During this period, it is more important than ever for you to establish constructive relationships with business partners. Openness, honesty, and the ability to find compromises will be rewarded. Avoid behind-the-scenes games and dubious deals, as Selena in Libra does not tolerate deception and injustice. Pay special attention to the legal protection of your financial interests. Before making deals, make sure that all documents are drawn up correctly and protect your rights. Consulting with a lawyer or financial advisor can be very helpful. Use the energy of Selena to develop long-term partnerships based on mutual respect and trust. This can be cooperation with colleagues, investors, or even family members. The main thing is to remember fairness and honesty in all financial matters. The influence of Selena in Libra creates fertile ground for financial success based on cooperation and justice. But this is only one aspect to consider, because the overall picture of financial success consists of many factors. So, Scorpios, June 17, 2025 will be your starting point to financial success. Believe in your potential, use your intuition and don't be afraid to take risks. Your strengths are insight and the ability to see opportunities where others do not. Direct this energy to creating a stable and prosperous future. Your transformation is not limited to finances, there are other areas that require close attention.